Hey friends, welcome back to OG Universe. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Yes, this is OG Universe, and we're doing something a little different, but cool. It's a new segment we're going to try out here on the channel. We're going to throw out some figures that maybe fell on the radar for certain collectors, or there's just, I found them at such a good deal. I want to pass on what I think of these figures, and maybe they are figures that I had some interest in, but just couldn't pull the trigger because I wasn't too keen on the price point, or I just didn't see that value for the price. And that's important these days. So all these figures here, the Marvel Legends Retro 3.75-inch figures, were all available at Dollarama here in Canada for about $5 each. I picked up quite a few of them, and I'm liking them. Now, these are figures that I'm not going to open up. I'm not going to display because they are so well represented in the card artwork, the card style, and it just looks fantastic the way they are. Now, we're going to talk about some other things, but I just want to showcase what we got, and we'll do a bit of a discussion. Again, I'm trying a new segment here because when I reviewed the Hasbro Retro Power Rangers Megazords, we got a lot of good feedback, a lot of positivity, and people want to see a little bit different things, and that's cool. I appreciate that. My main focus is the DC Multiverse. That is my favorite toy line that I do collect. So this channel will not be switching over, but every once in a while we're going to do something different but cool segment and showcase some different figures that are available, pass along some deals to my fellow Canadian collectors, and of course the other collectors that are out there that maybe never got a chance to really take a look at these figures because these ones fell under my radar. I had no interest in these figures. In Canada, they were popping up at about $20 each, which is pretty expensive for a small 3.75-inch figure. When in Canada, you can get a McFarlane figure that's 7 inches, highly detailed, articulated, very cool representation of a character that I really love for about $25. So for that extra $5, these just didn't seem worth it to me. But $5, yeah, you know what? I'm going to pull the trigger and get some of these cool figures, and we'll go from there. So the first one we're going to take a look at is Captain America here. I really love Captain America. Now, the biggest trend in this entire wave, this entire lineup, is the artwork. The card artwork is absolutely phenomenal. It looks so well done, and it's reminiscent of that classic kind of 70s, 80s Marvel artwork that I really enjoyed. And the figure itself isn't terrible by any means. I mean, the articulation is limited. You got shoulder, head, I think swivel at the gloves. You got the hips, no knees, no elbows, possibly some articulation, swivel at the boot cuffs, but we'll see. I doubt I'll open this, so we won't see. And of course, you got the shield. So it's not bad. I mean, for $5, this is awesome. This will look great hanging on my wall in my collector's room for my comics and stuff, but as an action figure for $20, I don't think I would go for this. Now, these are still available on Amazon, but you're paying full price, anywhere from about $14 to even $40 for some of these figures that are harder to come by. But in Canada, check out your Dollaramas. You'll be able to find these for about $5. So this is a nice figure. Nice representation of Captain America. The art, like I said, is the clincher for me. That really sold me on this figure. Another one we got here is Black Panther. Very basic. This card artwork I'm not too crazy about. There's so many different variations they could have used for Black Panther, but this one is very classic looking with the two tones. You got the blue and the lighter shade and the darker blue. Looks like they're probably using the same body buck for most of these figures. But then again, you know, that's what they kind of do anyways with Marvel Legends. So nice figure. It's nice to have Black Panther. This is another classic one I really appreciate. It's the Iron Man. It's really classic armor. These do have this, I don't know if you guys remember this from a long time ago. Mattel actually had the license for the Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars figures. I never collected those as a kid. I was really young, so it just didn't do it for me. But they kind of remind me of that from what I've seen. And again, this artwork is absolutely awesome, just beautiful. And it's a pretty decent looking Iron Man. And another figure we got here that I really do like is Thing. I mean, if you give this guy a black wash, like the artwork, I think this could be a really killer figure. He does look pretty neat. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Big, chunky action figure. I mean, kids might like it for sure for $5. I could see somebody maybe wanting to get it. But again, the artwork is phenomenal on this one. This figure, she was a little tougher to find, but again, the artwork is the sold me on this because you got Black Widow here. She doesn't have the painted hands like she should have. The artwork represents. She does come with this massive weapon as well, which seems like it's more out of G.I. Joe. But they just chucked it into this figure. It's not too bad, but definitely could be better. Could be closer to that kind of artwork there. This figure I'm pretty happy with. The card artwork is really nice. Firestar from Spider-Man's Amazing Friends, which is on Disney Plus. Discovering that, it was really cool seeing these old cartoons. And the figure's not too bad as well. I mean, she's not represented very much in Marvel Legends, I believe. I think a few times she's been produced. But it's a cool looking figure. And this one I definitely like a lot, and that is Thor. They did a really good job with this one. You got the rainbow bridge in the background, really nice artwork. And you got Thor here in bright colors. That metallic silver looks great. You got Mjolnir there as well. Just a big bulky figure. And you can see some of the cuts in the articulation at the thigh, not thighs, the wrist and forearms. So kind of ugly there, but at least you got some articulation, some extra articulation. And then we come to the three figures that I'm really excited for. To have a Nova figure with this beautiful classic Richard Rider artwork, really nice. The figure's not too bad. Would have been nice to have these little extra bits on the shoulder that stick out. Unfortunately, it doesn't have anything there. Just a bit of blue painted on the top of his shoulders, but it's nice to have this. Oh, and I forgot to mention, they do have that Kenner logo. So they're definitely pulling on that retro kind of feel, and that's really cool. Another one here is the Moon Knight. Again, artwork is just beautiful. Very basic figure. I mean, it's just white and black. There's no shading or anything like that, but the logo is printed on crisp and nicely, and the details on the belt as well. Could have come with some of his boomerangs. Would have been nice, but, well, we didn't. And then finally, we got a figure that I'm really happy to see. And this is the Amazing Fantasy version of Spider-Man from his first appearance in that darker blue, has the webs under the arms, and it's represented there as well. Now, I've got to say, this figure is painted nicely. I've seen some Marvel Legends Spider-Mans where the webbing isn't etched into the sculpt, which annoys me. You got to be etched in to make it just crisp and profound, and they paint it on, and sometimes it's just misaligned. It looks terrible, but this one they actually did a pretty darn good job. Everything's pretty straight and looks quite good. So yeah, guys, just wanted to show you some of these figures, some different stuff that's available here in Canada. We're pretty lucky. We get $5 right there. We get the pretty good assortment of action figures at Dollarama this past year, and it's been exciting to see what we get in. You know, we've had He-Man figures, Power Ranger stuff. We've had some really weird looking knockoff Lego that has G.I. Joe and Power Rangers. I don't think I'll be buying that stuff because it looks pretty crap. But you got some assortments here, you know? It's nice to see some variety. Here's something that I probably would have never picked up. But at $5, I mean, it's a really good deal. And they are kind of cool looking. If you're just going to put them on your shelf as a collectible, maybe put them on your wall in your comic book room, which I'm probably going to do. I think they're really cool. The artwork is just killer. I wouldn't mind seeing some more of these figures. Hopefully Dollarama does get more assortments, because I would definitely love to get the Bullseye that's out there, Elektra, Daredevil, Cyclops, Wolverine, of course. There's a Venom that's really expensive, and Doctor Doom, Spider-Woman. So you got quite a bit of figures, and they're also a Ghost Rider on a vehicle on his motorcycle, which is pretty nice. But who knows? We'll see down the road what comes up with these figures, if more show up at Dollarama. But yeah, this is a nice little diversion, something cool, $5, nice looking figures, packaging. And definitely, I think, worthwhile if you have any interest in Marvel. I'm not the biggest Marvel fan, to be honest with you guys. I do enjoy the Spider-Man comics that come out and Daredevil. That's about it that I collect. I'm just not into it. DC is my main focus. I love DC characters, Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, Flash, all those characters in the comic books. World's Finest is probably my favorite comic book that DC is publishing. It's so damn good. Check that out. But yeah, this is a slight little diversion here. So this is something different but cool. episode 2. I don't know how many I'm going to do. But yeah, like I said, something different. But don't worry, guys. DC will always be my main focus on this channel. But it's nice for once in a while to introduce something different to fellow collectors and just get your opinion on what you think of these figures. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys.